From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Of course, at my bar, at Tommy Max, brought to our good friends at the Heritage Capital Group. We're going to talk a little baseball, a little charity. We're going to talk a little capital, and we're going to talk mergers and acquisitions with our friends from the Heritage Capital Group. Let's welcome in the panel. Jarrod Simmons is here from Walk Off Charities, as is Gene Page. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
All right, I know all about you guys because of 1010XL and Frank Franch, but you guys are growing like crazy. Tell us all about what's going on at Walk Off Charities.
Yeah, great. Honestly, we've grown because we've been able to raise money and funds through charity events and golf tournaments and that kind of thing, and we have some big private donors as well that's helped us a ton.
Yep.
Which is great, but we've been able to do so many more programs and events for kids, which is really the key of what we're about. So we've had a growth of our spring baseball league up to 600 kids this past year.
Okay.
Summer league, we have a couple hundred kids in it. We actually started a summer scout team for minority players to play, and we went to Tampa and Fort Myers and Atlanta. So we had some trips for them that they have never done in the past.
Okay.
And then fall ball is more like a kind of a rec programming type situation, but we're doing that as well. So it's been a lot of fun.
Which the mission is everybody gets to play baseball.
Right.
I mean, it's such a great sport. I mean,
Right.
without a doubt. I played as a kid. No, I mean, it's just a great sport, and every kid gets the opportunity with Walk Off Charities.
Right, so Frank started the charity in 2017, and he started it as a kind of a clinic-based thing that we have a partnership with DCPS.
Okay.
Every kid gets a free glove. They learn from high school coaches, and then we feed them a hot dog lunch. Actually, Bono's makes a really good smoked hot dog if you ever have a chance to try it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the great start. And then when I came on board a few years ago, we kind of branched into actually creating an actual league in the springtime.
Okay.
So more and more kids are getting a chance to play. We're outfitting them with uniforms through Baker Sporting Goods.
Cool.
We'll get equipment as needed.
Great.
Yeah, it's everything that we've done in the past few years, especially since I've been a part of it. It's been a lot of fun, and it's a lot of excitement for the kids too.
And this community, great. I mean, it's such a great community, Jacksonville. That people come together all the time. So you're on the fundraising side?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
That must be fun for a growing charity,
Yes,
right? I mean,
yes, it is. I spent 36 years in asset-based lending in
you
various
did?
banks. So,
Okay. ABO.
Yep,
Yeah.
asset-based lending, and know these folks, and with various contacts and whatnot that I've met over the years, I felt that it would be a great fit to help. I retired from banking in January of this year.
So for
and joined.
someone that hasn't heard, and I know most people have heard of Walk Off Charities, but for someone that hasn't heard, what would you say to them? Like, they're listening to this show, why Walk Off Charities?
I would say the reason one would want to donate to Walk Off Charities is because baseball and all sports are very, very expensive, and it's very difficult for kids in underprivileged and underserved communities to play, to buy the bats and the gloves, get the coaching, have the fields. And it really gives them opportunities they literally wouldn't have, and have a chance to go farther in their careers.
And sports teaches you.
And they're so proud of themselves.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Now, my girls dance, so I'd say the same thing about dancing. It does. It teaches you a lot about life. There's no doubt about that. That's fantastic. Thank you for being here. Joseph Rowell is here.
Tom,
did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
I did. All right, man. From North Avenue Capital. Correct. You're a lender. You're on the debt side.
Specialized commercial and business owning. No consumer, no residential.
Okay.
But we do specialized loans to rural businesses, so companies that are operating outside of big cities.
Okay.
And the whole premise is creating jobs, economic development in communities where you have a harder time accessing capital. You talk about people having a hard time accessing baseball in our rural parts of our country. The banks are just not playing there. So we're here to help fund.
And USDA financing.
Yeah, so we work in partnership with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, non-farming, non-agriculture. They have a whole apparatus for they call rural development, and it's all again about economic development, job creation. They come in, review our loan packages. They provide a backstop guarantee in case something goes south, sort of like SBA lending. And allows us to go put a lot of assets into the market.
And the USDA allows you to go higher, right?
That's right. 25 million.
5, and you go
we go up to 25 million, and our company we've been able to put about 600 million into the market in the last 7 years. So.
That's great, man. Great to have you.
It's been fun
on it. Patrick, how are you? Welcome back, pal.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. You know everybody here at the table, I guess.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean,
Our common thread, yeah.
That's right. But it's a great tool for us to help our clients. Again, if they're in a particular area that it warrants it, but USDA is a great program for besides SBA.
As long as you don't get in over your head, that is great.
There you go.
Is that correct?
Yep, absolutely right.
I'm talking business and personal, right?
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
You're absolutely
Are you guys part of Walk Off? Do you participate?
No,
at
but
all?
I'm very interested to hear more about it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a great thing just to help everybody out in this community. Now, are you guys just Northeast Florida? Are we expanding? Are we trying to get even further out there?
There's a future goal for that, yeah.
There is. Are you a baseball player?
I used to play in college.
You did?
Yeah, I'm a wash-up.
Where'd you play?
Flagler was my last
I dated
yeah,
Flagler.
so, I played at CF in Ocala too. It's a junior college. Just won the JUCO World Series. Actually, the coach there is a Terry Parker alum. He's a Jacksonville guy. So. But yeah, no, I've played and been done for a while. So.
Yeah, that's all right.
I know I still look young, but it's been like 15 years ago.
And I'm sure you can bring a lot to the kids, right?
Yeah, no, the experience I had, actually, I come from a single family home, and I understand, I didn't know the recruiting side of it, so these older kids that we're kind of impacting now, kind of telling them, hey, grades is such an important thing. Baseball scholarships are actually like a third of what regular teams would be getting.
Right.
So if you have grades, you'll get more of an opportunity. So there's a lot of things that kind of roll into this that's not just baseball. So
Also gives them a skill set, though, for business later on.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. All right, so can Frangie really pitch? He says he was a pitcher back in the day.
I've heard some great things.
I think he said
I've heard some great things.
No,
Hate to
pitcher,
say
hitter,
no,
something with baseball player.
He tells a story about, man, I was going to slip my brain. He's a local guy that was a pitcher in the big leagues.
Okay.
And he'll
Local
come to
from
me.
Jacksonville?
Yes, he'll come to me. He's Storm Davis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
He tells a story about Storm telling this story with him and some other ex-pros, etc.
Yeah.
And they said, Storm, where'd you learn to pitch? And Frank was in this conversation, but not talking about his sporting acumen. And he pointed at Frank. So that says a lot about what he used to be when he was younger. He got hurt and stuff. So.
Listen, Frank Frangie's an icon in this market. And he's doing great work, and so are you guys. Keep up the great work. Great to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for
Keep
having
up. Looking forward to seeing you guys grow. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. All right, that'll do it this time around. Here on The Horse's Mouth, make sure you check out iwantabuzz.com. You'll see the profiles of the walk-off charities and everybody that sits at this bar. You'll see this conversation and many others. So until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool, and we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The team at Heritage Capital Group is special because it's a collection of people across the spectrum.
We have people who have been in the shoes of owners that are looking to buy and sell, and professionals that have executed transactions helping buy and sell companies for decades.
I think when you talk to us, see what our experience is, see what our skills are, see the reach that we have, you'll be very happy with the recommendation.